get an extra inverter. I found a person who would sell me one for like 15 bucks instead of 100. Big John from Livestream is building a battery pack for us. He's got it ready. So we have another battery source. So I am asking people to get a camera. This particular one is the only one we've tried so far where I look back at the video and it doesn't chop the audio. Like, I can't understand what people are saying on some of those videos. Dan uses an iPhone, and for some reason sometimes that thing goes to hell. And 99 uses an HTC. Sometimes that thing doesn't work. So far, this is a Galaxy S2 Samsung. And as much of a pain as it can be sometimes, the video quality is all we're interested in. It doesn't have to be unlocked. No phone service, no internet service, because what we are doing is getting donations for a Clear channel. And, and guys, I need $25 today to our WePay to pay the next month of Vigil TV, or else we're going to be off the air tomorrow. And,
no!
Yeah, I know. Until I can pay it. So, and part of that reason is I had the money raised, but after a month, we broke the box, and I had to replace it. And that was my bad, because I did something stupid regarding the warranty. I had a problem with it. Good morning. You're on Vigil TV. I know. How are you doing? Let's go see what's going on. So what's the story this morning?
The story this morning is the same as every morning.
I haven't been here in a few days. Pardon my ignorance.
Nuisance abating, and apparently somebody set up some property on a loading dock.
Loading dock.
Do you know whose this is?
Some of it's mine.
Oh, well, you can't be more than a wingspan away from it, or it's going to be litter and have to be picked up. So if you want to pick it up for me, that'd be great.
And you know, while we're
yeah, I'm going to come. Yeah.
The reason that we discuss these points.
Who's possessing the land? You are free to just hang out with that, please. Thanks.
So this area.
You know whose that is right there?
That sign?
The sign and the material over there.
I'm not sure who that is.
All right.
Oh, sorry to bump you.
This sign,
It's just abandoned.
None of it is abandoned. We're a protest.
Okay. Well, whose is that?
That is that. I purchased.
That's abandoned.
I purchased that.
Oh, okay. So that's yours?
It belongs to me.
Why don't we do this? Just so that we don't end up having nuisances that need to be abated, take all the property that's yours and keep it within your wingspan if it's going to stay on the sidewalk. Otherwise, sidewalk construction ordinance.
Okay, so this is what I came here to tell you this morning. The reason I spent the night.
Or
Well, I wanted to tell you something
I
that's
have to
relevant.
deal with something else too. So
Okay, when you're ready, I have something that's
so
pertinent to this law, because
that's, cool.
that's why we're here.
I don't have time to discuss a lot of things right now because I got to deal with this, that, and another thing on the loading dock, and there's a rape on the call on the screen waiting for me right
Well,
now. So
leave
would
you.
you mind if you could please help me out, pick this up.
This
and
one,
keep it
yes,
with your stuff.
but we do need to talk about this abating a
Consolidate.
nuisance.
Well, I don't, I'm just a cop, okay? I'm not the guy that makes the laws.
Okay, let somebody know that the federal law says that they cannot just abate a nuisance, and that this is off of the sidewalk pedestrian use zone.
Is that yours too, or?
That coffee is mine.
Yeah. Is this all you?
So the next time.
Are you staying with the signs down there too, or is that? Which one? All the signs are in the corner there. I know that you and that dude hang out sometimes. That's all it is.
No, he already said those are his.
All right. Cool.
Lightning.
Thanks.
But maybe another time. Maybe another time. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the first guy.
Okay. So he's got a rape call to go to. He's got something, a loading dock something. He wasn't interested in talking.
Yeah.
And let him do his job.
He comes in, he wakes people up, and he disappears. The other guy will come in.
What's that?
get them right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it would be a good time to let them know what our signage says, because City Hall does have time. So what we want them to understand, morning, is this. So that was Harry.
So part of the reason that I'm here is because you are actually in violation of a couple of laws by putting your sleeping material out on the sidewalk like this. So there is something called the sidewalk obstruction ordinance. You're in violation of that. You're also camping in city limits. You're in violation of that. So what I want to do is just have you pick up your stuff and not have to give you any tickets or take your property.
Sir, the reason that I am here to demonstrate is to tell you that on that law, 14A.50.030, this is the pedestrian use zone. We are outside of that, and everything that you're citing to me is outside of the pedestrian use zone.
Okay.
As far as camping and bedding and so forth, I'm a protester. I am working. I am not camping, and it says specifically to a temporary place to live.
Okay, I'm going to tell you under no uncertain terms that we are enforcing the laws as it relates to camping in the city, and we are enforcing the laws as it relates to sidewalk obstruction ordinance. So I don't know how to tell you in any more clear way. I'm a police officer, I'm on duty, and I'm telling you this is being recorded, and I'm telling you that my supervisors and these folks here are asking us to enforce these things now. I'm the district officer here. I'm not the person who you have to talk to about changing the law. I'm just the cop that enforces the law.
Yeah, and I am not hassling you personally, except for to say...
I am trying to make sure that I document the fact that I'm asking you on a human level and as a police officer to a citizen who's breaking the law to please pick up your stuff, or I'm going to have to start enforcing the law on you. Okay? I don't want to be put in that position, and I don't think that I see in your eyes you don't want to put me in that position, but if I have to, that's what I have to do. That's what I am paid to do.
I would like to have this discussion about this later.
Okay, I'm not the person. I have no power to change the law. Do you understand that? I have no power. I'm
the only way to change the law is if I get a ticket and I take it to court.
Okay, did you want me to give you a ticket for camping in city limits and take all the property as evidence? Is that what you want me to do?
You have to take my property?
I would take it as evidence. I have to. And then I have to submit the video with this entire conversation, which has been a cordial and understanding conversation. And if that's what you want to do, we can do that.
I don't want you to take my property, but I'm not going to say that this law is correct.
There is nothing stopping you from protesting. The only thing you can't do is break the law in the process of protesting.
Right.
Okay. So there have been folks who've been protesting all over the place, and we've been really, really lenient about a lot of
but
things.
This sidewalk is being misinterpreted. This pedestrian use zone, all those things that you quoted, it applies over here. Right here, it doesn't apply.
I will tell you one thing, on another human level thing. The main reason that you're getting the attention right here is because this is a loading zone.
Yeah, I want to get out of the loading zone.
Okay, cool. So if you get out of the loading zone, pick up your sleeping bag, at least roll it up and remain with it. I don't have a problem with you. Like these guys, I see them here every single day. We talk every single day.
Let me get out of the loading zone because I want to share this. This is not belonging just to me.
That's cool. Roll your stuff up and keep it with you, and don't be more than a wingspan away from it, or we have to pick it up.
If you do that, the federal court did upheld the right for a houseless person or anyone else to have property and not have it seized just because of a sidewalk ordinance or anything else. So if you seize the property as evidence or anything else, nuisance abatement applies to the outside in this pedestrian use zone. I've seen it. It's section L of 14A.50.030.
Okay, just pick up your stuff, get out of the loading zone for me, all right?
I am getting out of the loading zone. Thank you, officer. So if we have this ordeal outside of the loading zone, I am definitely going to let myself get a ticket because I can be here. All right. Here's another little tidbit. This is not a structure. Court ruled that that is not a structure, and neither is this. The structure means like a building. Now, can I be down by my car 99?
Yeah.
You can leave it there for now, and I'll just start moving it.
Okay.
What time is it?
It is probably 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Well, it's time for me to go anyway. I'll load her up. All right, so I know that cop's got good, important work to do, and it doesn't include harassing houseless people, which I am not, but that's why I'm down here, because houseless people very often are too tired, sleep deprived, hassled, hungry, dealing with, having wet socks and freezing, and they're gonna have to pick on somebody who can go to their house at night and rejuvenate and be ready for the fight in the morning and document it and know the law. And that includes people who are houseless, people who have homes, working in solidarity. So we can use the advantages that I have to our group's advantage, because I have a little bit more responsibility to this cause because I can. That's the deal. I gotta earn my privilege, I believe. Now my husband, he goes to work and he's made this possible, and we have chosen to keep our cost of living down to nothing. We don't spend money on junk. You guys are funding us. What's that?
This isn't broken in half?
Not yet. You guys are funding our work here, and I appreciate that. We do need 25 bucks. It's really important that we get that, or we can't go on tomorrow. I started to explain, but we were interrupted by a police officer. That was hard for me. The guy, he needs to go to a call for rape. He doesn't have time for the discussion, and I gave him the option to not have the discussion by not threatening me with enforcing a law incorrectly. But he's obviously got time to be talking to Harry and the other guy. So the next thing that we're going to have is those guys telling us that they don't want to be filmed, and that's where they're going to have to hear about Oregon Revised Statute 165.140 and 143 about exactly when we can film in public and when we have to inform them. I informed the officer that I was filming because I was in a conversation with him, but in a public space, if I'm a third party, I do not have to specifically inform anyone, and they cannot tell me that I can't film in public, which was really fun when the people tried to film when they filmed Portlandia here, and they're trying to tell us, you guys, if you have not seen the Portlandia videos on this channel, ustream.tv/channel/vigil-tv, if you haven't seen Portlandia, it's hilarious because they tried to tell us that we couldn't film them. We're like, hey, we've been filming here since December. You guys are on our turf. You should, we'll let you guys film. But then we also reached out. I told Carrie I really like her, and told her about the protest briefly, and she checked out the vigil, so it was pretty cool. But their staff kept trying to say no pictures. Like, well, we're not taking pictures of you. We're doing something important. Now, granted, I think Portlandia is funny, and I love that show, and it's good for our city, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop a civil rights protest. Good grief. So I actually sent a tweet to that lady now that she's taken a good look at our vigil. It was pretty awesome. She walked around it with her friend after that. You guys got to see that. Of course, if you hate the show. Oh, is there chat? Oh my gosh, let me see. Nope. Okay. Can you hold it for a bit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start loading it up. Just not there.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh.
They want to see you anyway.
All right.
Do you have a couple coins?
Yeah.
Can I put something in the meter? Because I'm gonna get a ticket. They're gonna love to do that to me. I need 40 cents, and I'm sorry if it's 8 o'clock already. If it's not 8 yet, I'm good.
Yeah, I got it.
Is it 8 o'clock already?
Yes, probably about
Thank you.
8:02.
What's this?
Bread.
When did this come?
Last night.
Wow. Were you gonna throw it away?
Yep. um, so what you guys just heard was me and Joe conversing back and forth about the garbage man being the garbage man to the garbage man. Because we get people here that just drop off things that they honestly, in their heart, believe that we could really use, but they don't be using their mind because there's no place for us to store the things. And when they drop as much food off as they do, they're actually dropping enough food off for an army, and we are not an army yet. And by the time we do grow to army status, the food might have been rotted. So we have no other choice but to eat our fill and try and keep as much as possible before it does go bad, and then get rid of the rest. So I play the garbage man to the garbage man.
I think I know who this
What?
is. Guy who barely keeps his clothes on. Got a haircut, that guy. I have to have it. I have to be the only one I have. I'm sorry. Keeping that thing from falling on me when I drive.
You don't want that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I want to get a,
Oh, no worries. That's the same pig that came over here to wake us up. He's over there to wake everybody else up. So he's kind of better in the spirits of waking people up because he feels that this isn't his job. He'll come wake you up and he's gone. He's here for only 5 minutes, but we engaged him in conversation, and so he had to entertain us.
Wow. That's a beautiful.
Your phone is buzzing.
That's a great. Can you tell the camera?
well,
Or are you gonna surprise?
If you want, no, if you want to go ahead and see
I
that.
can. Lightning's gonna get some body bag, and he's gonna make that his protest. So it'll keep him dry and everything. But that's what he's gonna show him is if things keep going. That's where this road leads.
Right.
So
that's great.
I love it.
A body bag
They have
isn't a
handles.
structure. A
They
body
have
bag
handles.
isn't. No, they don't.
He said that this has 4 handles so you can actually lift up a body. It's a real body bag. It's not just like one of those.
They're not handles. We saw one yesterday.
Not a bibby sack. Oh, you did?
Yeah, they're not
So-
handles. All it is a big ass plastic, triple ply, quadruple ply, 6-ply bag. That's all it is.
With some canvas on the inside?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Just plastic.
Maybe it's something else. But yeah, so you saw him at Andy and Bax?
Yeah, we went over there and asked about them, and they actually had the last one, $20 for one of those things.
Yeah. So, does it look like a body bag?
It looks like something you could actually put a bag in, put a body in.
It does?
Yeah. You know, but then again, so is like the triple ply glad bags.
Okay, so the officer says, thanks for being cool with me today. I got his card. James Kirker. Now, he doesn't want to hear about the law because he's here to enforce it as he knows it. We're here to correct how they're telling the officers to enforce it because they're doing it wrong.
Thus, which is how we either get ticketed or arrested.
Yep. Next time, I mean, I feel like the loading zone, I want to get out. Because that, that belongs to everybody. I feel like the loading zone, I've got plenty other places to go. He was going to leave me alone if I was out of it. And I think, good deal. Because let's share the city. It's not just ours.
Right.
But if he would have said nowhere is okay, then I would have let him take my property and gotten a ticket and gone to court. And then later, because this is a federal law that was upheld, I would be suing. Because we know it's a constitutional right, but the fact that it was upheld in an appeal, federal 9th Circuit District Court on Wednesday, that just because you're houseless doesn't mean they can take your property, and that applies to everybody. It doesn't matter that I have a home or don't. And so if they see a car that is parked over a line, it's breaking a code. Or if they see a dog that is
Pooping.
tied up to a tree or pooping, it's a code. That doesn't mean you can seize the dog and the car and destroy them. And they are applying these city codes, but they're creeping on our Constitution so badly that we have got to stop them.
Yep.
So this guy, I think that there are plenty of officers who will be real happy when they are not thrown at this problem, because I know some police who think it's disgusting what they have to do, and they would rather not be doing this. We could be throwing teachers at it and they would handle it through education. We could be throwing at moms at it and they would be handling it through some kind of nurture. But if you throw policemen at it, they're going to handle it as criminal, and that's their only context. So we need the city to stop using policemen against houseless people and start using them against lawbreakers.
Yep, lawbreakers, criminals.
That guy said that he couldn't talk to me because he had to go to a rape call.
Bad
I hope
element.
you heard that, because did you see me filming when he was still sitting there flapping his gums with City Hall? Because City Hall is pulling those strings. And so
See?
City Hall is the reason that he's not on that rape call right now.
Yeah. Thus, Shitty Hall.
Yeah. And that's also, I believe, not Lightning disagrees, and so I would have to say he probably knows a little more about this than I did, but I thought that Chief Reese didn't run for mayor because we got him. He wanted so bad to win against Occupy that he actually said that Occupy kept him late for a rape call. And what actually happened is that was a different day. The man was mistaken, and I think that cost him running for the election. But like I said, I may have to get more education about that. We'll find out, because my comrade here said that's not the case. But nevertheless, I would love to believe that story, that we actually kept Chief Reese from running for mayor, because that guy's a son of a bitch.
So what they say about the coffee here?
What about it?
What they say about it?
I said it was mine. He said something, I don't want to have to abate a nuisance, and I argued with him about the sidewalk use zone, the pedestrian use zone, abate nuisance. Section L doesn't apply. He ran away. He was actually very courteous. I understand the position that they're in, and when I write these signs about police, you can't do this, you can't do that, as I told one officer, usually, unless it's like an abusive person, usually when I'm writing about police, you can't do this or that, I'm talking to City Hall. Quit using cops to abuse people and put them back on their duty of enforcing the law. So let's turn it off and save and turn it back on.
All right.